After all these years, it's very difficult to talk about that day.
I come, God, I come, return to the Lord.
She left for work as usual. It was the last day of, well, the children were already out of school, but I had to work in my room. So I was in my room working. And about 9:30 or so, she went to the restroom. And like I said, I do not know how he got by. He must have gotten down on the floor and crawled. But when she came out of the restroom, he pushed her back in and murdered her.
You take from me, I will bless your name.
I hated him. I hated him so much because she had told me, Mr. Vaughn is mad at me. And I said, why? And she said, I don't know. He said he didn't know why he killed her. She was better to him than anyone he had ever known. But I think, myself, personally, I think that he killed her because he was afraid they were going to take him out of the classroom. His attorneys, Eddie Vaughn's attorneys, subpoenaed me and kept me out of so the jury never laid eyes on me, or my son, or her husband. It was 8 years, and Scott, the minister here, came to me after church one evening, and he said, you know, I think it's time you started to think about forgiving. And I said, I can't do that. I don't like him. I can't stand him. And he said, you don't have to like him. You just have to forgive him. I can't say that happened overnight. It didn't happen overnight. I mean, I went home from here and I thought, because really up till then I'd never thought about it. I really never did. It's hard to forgive the unforgivable. And I felt like he had done the unforgivable. And then the more I thought about it and prayed about it, the more that it just came to me that I think I've forgiven him. I still don't like him. I do not like him. I never will. But I don't think about him. The Bible says that, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you against you, but I haven't got to that place yet, and maybe I never will. And I sure never thought that I would end up my life like this.
You're enough for me.